Welcome to another product PIREP video from Sporties. You know, we get a lot of questions at Sporties about headsets and Bose versus Lightspeed. Usually that means the A20 versus the Zulu. And those are both really good headsets, but that whole debate overlooks another good option, which is the Tango. Let's go flying with that today. Released in 2015, the Tango is the first wireless headset for general aviation. Now, some pilots are a little nervous about wireless with, the connection and batteries and all that, but the best compliment we can give the Tango is that it just works. You really can take it out of the box, put it on, turn it on, and fly. There's no pairing or anything like that. The key to this is really the panel interface, and that's the second part of the wireless link with the Tango. That's the part that plugs in the panel. It's great in an airplane like the Cirrus we're in today because there's a lot going on down by the throttle quadrant with the fuel selector and the fuel pump, and so a lot of wires can sometimes get in the way. What we've done here is taken that panel interface and plugged it in down here in the center console where it's completely out of the way. It's literally under the armrest. And then we have no wires. We just put on Tango and go flying with it. That panel interface has a lot of options for mounting too. So there are little MOLLE sewn-in rings you can attach to something. It comes with a metal clip. You can clip it somewhere. You can even get creative with some Velcro. So while not every airplane is as easy as the Cirrus for hiding it, we found in pretty much anything you fly, there's an option to secure it and keep it out of the way. That's really the guts of the system, and then with the headset itself, you really just got a small, lightweight battery. Contrary to what you might think with a wireless headset, there's really no setup involved. Everything's done at the factory by Lightspeed, so there's no pairing, there's no codes, there's nothing like that. You put it on your head, push a button, and you're flying. That's because really the heart of this is what Lightspeed calls Lightspeed Link. It's not Bluetooth, it's not Wi-Fi. Both of those really aren't very good actually for the job of doing audio here in the cockpit. So Lightspeed developed their own proprietary connection technology here, and it works well. One of the key parts is it has low latency, so you don't hear an echo or any feedback or anything as you're talking, because you want to hear yourself talking with a headset, so you have that side tone, but if there's a delay there, it can really be confusing. It seems like a small thing, but with some of the first wireless headsets we tried, it was a really big problem. It was really disorienting. And with the Tango here, there's almost no latency. You really can't hear anything. So you talk, and just like any normal headset, you hear yourself. The headset itself with Tango is built on the Sierra platform. So you can see it here. It has the Sierra-style headband. So while some people may miss that nice, sleek, stainless steel headband from the Zulu, we find this headset still very comfortable. It's a little heavier than a Zulu, but the comfort is still quite good. It's got those nice, big ear seals that are really comfortable. And it's got active noise reduction, of course, which we find to be very good. I'd say better than the Sierra. Maybe not quite Zulu level, but pretty close. So overall, it's a great A&R headset, really comfortable on a long flight. And while it's a little bit heavier, you make up for some of that because you don't have the cord. So you don't have a cord with a battery pack kind of pulling down on one ear, which I think offsets a little bit of the weight issue. The Tango also has full Bluetooth features like every Lightspeed headset, so you can connect your phone and listen to music, make phone calls on the ground. Passengers love that, obviously. So remember, the Bluetooth is just for getting an external audio source into your headset. It's not the actual connection. So you can stay connected from the headset to the panel interface and still pump in Bluetooth aux audio. You can also have up to 6 Tangos in the same cockpit, so it's not limited to just the pilot or just a passenger. Even a 6-seat airplane, everybody can have their own Tango because each panel interface and each Tango is paired independently, so it's kind of its own little network. So there's no issues with having too many of these in the cockpit. Yes, there are batteries involved with a wireless headset. In this case, there's a rechargeable battery in the headset, and with a standard Tango, there's a rechargeable battery in that panel interface. But the good news is the batteries last 12 hours, so that's a long time. That's many flights for most people. And you can also recharge it quickly, so 1 hour gets those batteries to 70%, and then the last 30% is a little more of a trickle charge. So if you're in a hurry before a flight, even just an hour gets you probably more than enough for your flight. The other nice thing that Lightspeed has done is with the Limo version, which we're flying with today, you eliminate the need for that second battery in the panel interface. Even better than that, that panel interface can recharge the battery that's in there. So you essentially always have one battery that's in use here in the headset, and then another one that's always being recharged by the panel interface. But today we're flying along with a fully charged battery in the headset. While we're doing that, we have the second battery recharging in the panel interface. If we decided to switch after landing, we could pop it out of the headset, switch it with the panel interface, and we'd always have a battery charging. So if you have a LEMO plug in your airplane, that panel powered option, that's really the way to go with the Tango. You almost never have to worry about battery charging. Of course, as pilots, we like to plan for the worst case scenario, and yes, there could be a scenario where both batteries decide to die on you. Well, Lightspeed's thought of that as well, so there is a cable backup. So what we do in that case is just grab the panel interface here, and there's a cable right here, and you just pull it out and plug it into the headset. You would lose the active noise reduction in that case, but the headset still provides a decent amount of noise reduction just with the ear seals, and you have a backup. So in a worst case scenario, you're not going to lose communication. When you're done, if you need to use that, it's easy to wrap this cable back up inside the panel interface so you don't have this getting in the way at all times. Of course, a wireless headset would also be really useful in a helicopter, and so let's go flying in that next and see how it works. Now we've got the Tango up in a helicopter, and this is another great application for a wireless headset. In most helicopters, headsets plug in up above the pilot's head, and that's convenient for the plugs, but it's not very convenient for the wires because they tend to dangle all over the cockpit, they can get tangled up, they can get in the way of passengers. So with the Tango, it's great. We plug in up above. We've got a LEMO plug up there in the Robinson R44 we're flying today. So the panel interface is getting ship's power. It turns on and off automatically. But then we can simply use one of those little sewn-in fabric loops on the back of the panel interface, and it's slid onto the headset hook up there. So it's mounted out of the way, it's nice and secure, it's nothing dangling, and we're totally wireless. So as we look around the cockpit, which we do a lot in the helicopter, there's no wires in their way. There's nothing tugging on the headset here. It's very comfortable, very convenient. The Tango's smart enough to alert you when the batteries are getting low as well. So when you get below 30% battery life, a light will turn red, but more importantly, you'll hear a beep in the headset. And that's your cue that the batteries are getting low. You don't need to make an emergency landing and swap the batteries out right away. You've probably got at least an hour left of the battery. So what I tend to do is simply swap out the battery on the next trip. If I hear that beep, next time I land, I'll trade the battery from the headset to the panel interface. Since I've always got one charging up there, I've always got a battery ready to go, and I'm back in business. It takes about 1 minute. Overall, the Tango is just a great A&R headset. All the wireless technology really blends into the background, and in everyday flying, you don't spend much time thinking about it, which is exactly as it should be. You simply put the headset on and turn it on, just like any other A&R headset. The Tango comes with everything you need, including 2 batteries, the panel interface, the headset, and a home charging plug that can charge both batteries at once. It also includes a really nice carrying case that organizes and protects both your headset and the panel interface, but also some of the smaller accessories that come with Tango. You might expect with all this technology in Tango that it's a very expensive headset. Well, the good news is it's not. Lightspeed has not priced this headset above $1,000 in a super premium category. It's only $800, which for all the features you get with A&R and wireless and Bluetooth, we think is a great value. Thanks for flying with us on another Sporty's Product PIREP video. For more information on the Lightspeed Tango, visit sportys.com. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. See you next time.